Hello scholars, welcome back to the Kemet Maasai Academy. This morning we're continuing our series of videos, motivational videos for students, and of course I'm reading from the Student's Master Plan, Hardcore Rules for a Lifetime of Success. The passage that I'm looking on today is entitled, Appreciate the Sacrifices Made by Others for You. Children cannot care for themselves. For this reason, nature provided children with parents. Your occupation is being a student. That is your job, and it is a full-time job. As with any job, there are special tools needed for students to efficiently carry out their duties. Your parents provide you with the materials that you need. But even though it is their duty to do that, you should appreciate it and not take it for granted. Most parents will readily give up comforts and make sacrifices for their children without complaining. Parents set aside a substantial portion of their salary to pay their children's school fees, buy books, uniforms, bags, and shoes, provide lunch money, bus fare, and pocket money, pay for extra lessons, in addition to toys, clothes, taking care of the rent, bills, and other basic needs. Most parents do these things religiously, month after month, year after year, without complaint. That doesn't mean their sacrifices should be taken in vain. Remember, there are also some parents who don't do their duties. They do not provide for their children. Some may provide the basic needs, but won't supply textbooks or other supplementary materials. These students generally fall behind in their schoolwork because they do not have the tools with which to do their job. So, when you have parents who provide for you, you should appreciate it and consider yourself fortunate. Teachers also make sacrifices for students. A teacher has to prepare her lessons, obtain charts and other learning aids, constantly scribble on the board, and she spends most of her time on her feet. Plus, a teacher has to mark tons of paper during the day and take papers home at night to mark. A teacher's work isn't done when the class ends. Many times, the work has just begun. Sometimes, teachers have to be up until the wee hours of night, marking papers and preparing lessons. Some students might be saying, well, that's what my teacher gets paid to do, so it's not really a sacrifice. But that attitude of ingratitude and entitlement will not get you very far in life. In addition to these responsibilities, a teacher is often called upon to fill the roles of several professions in one. A teacher has to be a mother to her students, a nurse, a judge, a mediator, and sometimes a police officer. She's not paid extra for these services. In fact, most teachers are barely compensated for being teachers. So, in order to show that you appreciate the sacrifices of your parents and teachers, the most obvious things that a student can do is to study and put all of his or her effort into schoolwork. Parents and teachers find it very satisfying when students excel. It gives them a sense of accomplishment as well, because they know that they played a role in your success. It also lets them know that their sacrifices have not been in vain. So I'm encouraging you, students, not to have an attitude of entitlement and ingratitude. What do I mean by an attitude of entitlement? Don't feel that your parents and teachers and caregivers must provide for you. Even though, yes, we know parents make the decision to have children. Sometimes they don't make the decision, but they are responsible for bringing children here. And legally, they are supposed to provide for the child up until the point where the child becomes an adult and can provide for itself. But remember, many parents don't do that. They don't do their duty. They don't fulfill their obligations. And we have many children who have to do without. So the fact that your parents made a conscious decision to be there for you, to provide for you, to stand by their duties and their obligations to you, you should not take that for granted. You should show your appreciation. Many children your age have to be out there fending for themselves, providing food, and they are open to abuse from others because of this. Many children are on the streets, selling things to survive, some of them selling their bodies. That's just a harsh reality. Some children have never seen a classroom, have never held a book or a pencil in their hands, have never worn a school uniform, have never worn shoes. So, every year when it's back to school, I'm sure you see your parents scurrying around, making sure that they have everything that you need for back to school. You have your uniforms, you have your shoes, you have your stationery, your bags, all your textbooks, your school fees paid, transportation arrangements are made, your lunch is provided. Don't take this for granted, students. Don't take this for granted. Don't feel like, oh, well, my parents brought me here. They're supposed to do that. Or my teachers are getting paid. They're supposed to do what they do. Yes, they might be getting paid, but let me tell you, most teachers are severely underpaid and unappreciated. Don't be one of the ones who are adding to that. The things that most teachers go above and beyond the call of duty, and as the passage suggests, they do more than just teach. We are not just teachers. We are mothers to our students. We are judges and nurses and police officers and counselors and mediators to our students. This is their second home. Students often see teachers more than they actually see their parents, because they spend 7, 8, 9 hours at school. They get home, parent not there yet, parent still at work. Parent gets home 5, 6, 7 o'clock, busy preparing dinner, getting the house together. By the time the family eats, it's bedtime. And this happens for 5 days a week, for some students 6 days a week. So school really is your second home, and your teachers do a whole lot for you, above and beyond. And sometimes when you're in your bed sleeping, your teacher is up, marking your papers, setting assignments for you for the next day, planning the lessons, right? Don't take this for granted. And not just parents and teachers, other caregivers who have your vested interests at heart. They, our godparents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, even some neighbors who are, give you encouraging words as you go along. Everybody who has participated in some way in your education, in your well-being, you need to show your appreciation. And how do you best show your appreciation? Nobody's saying you have to come back and give money, you know. Some parents feel that, well, the child is an investment, an actual financial investment, and they expect when that child becomes an adult to be able to live off the child. Really and truly, some parents feel that way. I'm not going to say to a parent, you can't feel that way, right? If you see your child as an investment, that's your business, right? And I'm not saying to any child, you need now to feel obligated to be the ATM for your parents when you become an adult. I think those things are really left up to the individual. If you see it as a duty to give back financially to your parents, to your caregivers, all those who helped you along the way, that's up to you. But the best way I think you can show your appreciation to those who have invested in your education is to actually get a solid education. That for me is the best way you can show your appreciation. Actually study, pass your tests, pass your exams, do well, don't give any trouble at school, stay on the path that you set, and accomplish greatly, and let them be proud of you. That's the best way you can give back. That is the best way you can give back. After that, if you decide to you become very successful, you want to buy mommy a house, buy daddy a house, buy them cars, take them all over the world, give them everything their hearts desire, that is up to you. Okay? That is up to you. But the minimum you should do to show your appreciation is to excel in your academics, because that's really what everybody who is investing in you, they want that. They want that for you. That's why they're doing all of this for you. If you have been motivated by this video, just share the video so others may be motivated as well, whether it's other students, parents, teachers. Share the video with as many persons as you can. And remember, the Kemet Maasai Academy offers mathematics videos as well for students from grades 4 all the way to grade 11. So take advantage of that. Subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you'll know as soon as a new video is released. And I'll see you in the next videos. Take care, my scholars. Stay motivated. Keep practicing. I'll see you.